This video is really going to be interesting. I'm going to break it down in general terms so everybody knows. In the description of this video, it says NFL legends and former NFL players. Now, what that means is that I've seen this before, and I'm going to start by doing this. All 32 teams are going to either have legends that are in the Hall of Fame or about to make the Hall of Fame, or current players that have retired just from a few years ago from the game and have came in. Or I'm also putting in somewhat of draft busters as well, but they are former NFL players, so I did bring them along for the ride, and just to make it entertaining. So as you see, I'm going to start with the Browns because the Browns are the team that um, is up the bat first. So Johnny Manziel is the first guy, and as you see, he doesn't have his number, but like I said, I put it in. I even put it in Jim Brown, and he's behind Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. But could you imagine this today? I mean, Jim Brown being in his years and age, but could you just imagine these three together? Um, Next person I put it in was Braylon Edwards, giving him another chance to be Cleveland Brown and see what he can do. But like I said, it's a little entertaining. It's fun. Tampa Bay is going to have players. I bring it in Matt Leinart back. I'm going to change his number so he can have his regular number. And I also brought Anquan Bolden in from his days of Arizona with Larry Fitzgerald. So with that being said, that's the what it's going to look like. The Chargers are going to have some players. The Chiefs have Joe Montana. Since the 49ers are going to have Steve Young, I'm not going to put Joe Montana and Steve Young together. So, Chiefs fans, if you upload this when it gets officially uploaded, and I will make a video when every uh, team has their players on their respective rosters. So with that being said, so Chiefs fans, Joe Montana is on the Chiefs. Granted that you have Patrick Mahomes, but at least you have a decent backup. So if you're playing on All Madden or whatever, here's the problem to this now. I do not know if this is going to work online. I doubt it will. So I suggest to play it on play it on offline franchise mode and have fun with it. You know what I mean? It's a fun little thing. I've been seeing it where people put these people on there, so it's a little fun. The Colts are going to have a lot of good players, so keep an eye out on that. The Cowboys are also going to have some players. The Dolphins fans, I'm not going to forget about you. I'm going to put Dan Marino on there. I'm going to put Ricky Williams on there for you. I'm going to put Zach Thomas on there for you. So be on the lookout for that. Eagles fans, you get Randall Cunningham, and I think you should be happy about that. But now here's the deal: when you upload this, guys, and you look at their outfits and what they look like, they don't look like what they did back in the day. I'm not gonna mess with the old school equipment. They're gonna get the new school equipment. Some of their numbers are not correct right now, but like I said, most of their numbers most likely will. I'm gonna try this myself before I probably upload this to the roster share so people can see this. Um, but like I said, Eagles fans, you get Randall Cunningham. You also get Terrell Owens, even known for that fact that Terrell Owens sucked for Philly. I mean, he had his moments, but you know he wasn't anything uh, perspectives with it. But as you see, he does have 83, even knowing that he was 81. You also get the edge rusher that you guys started with, which was Reggie White. Now, with that being said, when this gets uploaded, mess with it a little bit. If you don't like Reggie being on the left side, move him to the right. If you don't want him to be on the Eagles, move him to Green Bay because that's actually where he finished his career. So with that being said, like I said, everybody's gonna have prospective teams and players on their team. The 49ers are gonna have Steve Young, Dwight Clark, Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice. You guys are gonna have them. The Giants are going to have some really good players. Jacksonville, I'm not going to forget about you, but here's the deal, Jacksonville. You're going to get not Hall of Fame players yet. You're going to get former current players that played on your team. And what's going to come to is Tim Tebow, because in real life, uh, Tim Tebow was supposed to go to Jacksonville after his time in Denver. So, with that being said, Tim Tebow is going to be in Jacksonville with Riley Cooper. I'm going to give you Maurice Jones Drew. I'm also going to give Tim Tebow some backup on defense with Rasheed Mathis and Brandon Spikes. So, be on the lookout for that, Jacksonville fans. Jets fans, you get Willie Namath as your quarterback, and I think you would be happy with that instead of Sam Darnold. At running back, you have Curtis Martin. Curtis Martin was probably one of the greatest guys that you had on your team. At wide receiver, you have Keyshawn Johnson behind James Crowder. So, with that being said, you guys have a pretty good team on offense. Lions fans, you should be happy with this. I brought Barry Sanders back for you, and I brought back Megatron for you, and he's right here. So with that being said, I try to make the this more realistic than not. And as for my Carolina Panthers fans, you get Jake Delhomme. I'm not quite sure about his college. I couldn't really find Southwestern Louisiana, so I decided to put him at Southeastern Louisiana. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And at wide receiver, you guys get Steve Smith Sr. So I brought Steve Smith Sr. back as well. So with that being said, you guys get that. Now the Patriots, you're gonna get a lot of good players too. So be on the lookout for you guys. Our Raiders fans, I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys get Tim Brown. That's basically you know the guy that ran the show, old school Tim Brown. Number 81, never wore gloves. Always had his fingers taped. Another guy that you have on your team is, how about Howie Long from Villanova? I brought him in for you guys too, so you guys had a little bit of an edge rusher and former Raider players. LA fans, you're gonna have a really good team. Ravens fans, you're going to have some good defensive players, and I'm also going to give you a wide receiver that the Buffalo Bills had back in the day. Saints fans, you get a running back, and that is Reggie Bush. I'm sorry, Saints fans. I really don't know a whole lot about the Saints. The only reason why I like the Saints is because you guys got Mike Thomas, you got Alvin Kamara, you got Drew Brees, and I idolized Drew Brees as a kid. So with that being said, you guys get Reggie Bush. Granted that he does not have his number, but like I said, when you guys play this, you guys can change the numbers. You can do whatever you want. I just don't prefer you guys to mess with the equipment, because the equipment is kind of new, so I don't really want to have the equipment messed with. Steeler fans, you're gonna have some Hall of Famers on your team in a big way, so be on the lookout for that. Texans fans, you should be happy I brought back a boss, which is David Carr, and I brought back Andre Johnson for you. So you have a tall receiver out there in the space, probably at your slot receiver role, but you have a good wide receiver and Andre Johnson. Now, Tennessee fans, you get Warren Moon. Granted, Warren Moon is not the starter here, but you could put him as your starter. And as for your running back situation, you guys got Derrick Henry, but could you imagine Derrick Henry and Eddie George today? So with that being said, you guys got a 1-2 punch. Now, Packer fans, I feel bad for Packer fans, I know, but you guys are going to get a big surprise for you guys coming your way soon. So with that being said, Viking fans, stand up and rejoice. You guys got Brett Favre. I gave you guys Brett Favre. One reason why is Packer fans, like I said, you guys are going to get a Hall of Famer that won Super Bowl one at probably your backup quarterback position, but you guys should be happy with that. I'm also going to give you a wide receiver, and I'm going to give you a defensive guy that probably most likely currently retired. And as for that, you also guys got Randy Moss that I brought back as well. So with that being said, guys, you guys are all going to get players. You all are going to get, you're all going to get, former players, or you're going to get, future Hall of Famers, or people that are already in the Hall of Fame. So be on the lookout for that. Bears fans, you're going to get some love. Bengals fans, For Joey Burrow being out, I brought back Corey Dillon for you. Corey Dillon can't get his own number because Joe Mixon. So you guys got Corey Dillon, and I gave you Chad Johnson. So with that being said, there is your weapons for your team. So with that being said, guys, be on the lookout for everything. Even including Bills fans, I'm going to give my Bills fans some love since we won tonight. And yes, I know that I'm probably going to hear it. Well, why are you putting this guy on there when Josh Allen is the future? Here's the deal. This is just for fun. If you don't want to upload this when this is ready, you don't have to. I'm not throwing at you guys to the wolves. Say you guys have to. Like I said, this is just entertaining. You guys can do this for, expedition games if you want, or you could do it like for offline franchise mode. Like for all I care, you can do, one for fun with the legends, and then you can do one with the real rosters. So that's up to you. So Denver Bronco fans, you're gonna get some love as well. And like I said, everybody is going to have some love on their team. So with that being said, Chargers fans, yeah, I know Justin Herbert is your rookie, but could you imagine having Dan Fouts as your quarterback today? Could you imagine LaDainian Tomlinson running behind besides Austin Eckler, and having Austin Eckler and LT on your team, and then Junior say ow on defense? Could you imagine that? In today's world, could you imagine that? Colts fans, could you imagine seeing Peyton Manning come back and being your starting quarterback? Having Edrin James run the ball, having Dallas Clark, having Marvin Harrison, having Reggie Wayne on your team, and also having some pretty good defensive players on your team. Cowboy fans, Dak Prescott. Sorry, Cowboys fans, for your loss. But can you imagine Troy Aikman being as your starting quarterback again? Evan Smith running behind Ezekiel Elliott. You guys having Michael Irvin on your team. So with that being said, that's where that's going to come in. So that is being said. Now, Falcons fans, I'm going to feel bad for saying this. But Falcons fans, you're going to get a reboot of young Michael Vick. And don't think of it as, well, why are you not just putting him on the Eagles? Why put Michael Vick on the Eagles when Eagles fans have Randall Cunningham? So, with that being said, you're going to get a young Michael Vick, a rejoice young Michael Vick. Remember, all for fun, not real life. Never betted on dogfighting, never did any of that crap. On that side of the ball, even knowing that your another wide receiver has just retired from the game, you're going to get Roddy White back as well. I'm also going to give you Tony Gonzalez. So Falcons fans, you should be kind of happy because you're getting some good players that Matt Ryan worked with before those guys retired. But you're going to get Michael Vick, and most likely, if you don't like Michael Vick being your starter, you know, play play Matt Ryan. It doesn't bother me how you do it. Washington fans, where's the name tag I got you? Um, Alex Smith is your quarterback. But how about Joe Theismann? How about Sean Taylor being on your team? How about Santana Moss being back on your team? How about Clinton Portis being back on your team? How about working around those guys? A lot of younger crowd kids don't know Joe Theismann, but you will. So enjoy it. With that being said, 49ers fans, like I said, I'm going to go back to this. And Josh Austin, if you're listening to this, even if you're hearing it, even if you watch this, do not bitch at me because I'm not putting Joe Montana on your team. You're getting Steve Young. You're getting Dwight Clark. You're getting Ronnie Lott. You're getting Jerry Rice. So why would you bitch about having Joe Montana, knowing that Steve Young and Joe Montana didn't get along at the end of Joe Montana's career? So with that being said, Giants fans, you're going to get a very, very future a Hall of Fame player that's already in the Hall of Fame and his numbers retired for your team. You're going to get Y.A. Tittle back for your team. I'm also going to bring Tiki Barber back. I'm also going to bring the Salsa Man back. I'm going to bring Michael Strahan back for you guys. Lawrence Taylor is going to be on your team. Ryan Clark is going to be on your team. So with that being said, you guys are going to have some good players. Jacksonville, I already told you who you're getting. Packer fans, like I said, you're going to get Bart Starr. You're going to get Shannon Sharp's brother or cousin, I think, Sterling Sharp. And I'm going to give you AJ Hawk. Because he's the only other guy I can think of, unless you guys want Charles Woodson. But I would rather think that you guys would want AJ Hawk. Um, Patriot fans, I'm not trading Tom Brady back to New England. You can forget it. I hate Tom Brady. I admit it. And hate's a strong word. But I hate Tom Brady. Even though he played for my favorite college football team, I still hate Tom Brady. The guy that you're going to get before Tom Brady came to the Patriots, you're going to get Drew Bledsoe back, and Ty Law, and Teddy Bruschi. Um, so have fun with that. And like I said, Rams fans, you're going to get the greatest show on turf. You're going to get Kurt Warner. You're going to get Marshall Faulk. You're going to get Isaac Bruce. You're going to get Torrey Holt. So you're going to have the guys that Kurt Warner had when he was in uh, playing for the Rams. Um, Ravens fans, you're going to get Ray Lewis. You're going to get Ed Reed. And I'm also going to get Lee Evans on your team as well. I'm not going to put a quarterback on there that was a Hall of Famer. You guys are going to stick with Lamar Jackson because I know a lot of Baltimore fans like Lamar. But Baltimore fans, how do you like that 17-3 loss tonight? Bills are headed to the AFC Championship. Excuse me. Um, but anyways, enjoy. And like I said, Seahawks fans, you're going to get some love too. But I'm not going to put. Not going to screw with a quarterback. You're going to keep Russell. You're going to get a wide receiver. You're going to get a linebacker. And most of you guys probably know him. You're going to get the Boz on your defense. And I think you're going to get one more player. You're going to get a running back. I think it's Sean Alexander. Steeler fans, I'm not going to tell you guys who you're going to get because you guys are probably going to bitch at me after you see who replaces Big Ben. So with that being said, you guys can figure it out. Comment below who you think that's going to be on your team. But like I said, everybody is going to get some love on their team. Bills fans, you can do the same thing. You already know who probably the quarterback is going to be that I'm going to make. You know who probably the running backs I'm going to make. Same thing with wide receivers. There's going to be a defensive end. There's going to be an outside linebacker. So you all can figure that out. And like I said, everybody is going to get some love. I'm just not going to, I'm not going to press and get everybody on here tonight. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this probably within the next few days because there's a long list on the Bills that I got to do. There's a long list on the Colts that I got to do. So, like I said, guys, be on the lookout for it. Keep an eye out on my channel, and let me know what y'all think. Give me a big like, give me a huge thumbs up. Comment down below, and guess and see who you guys think are going to be on these rosters. Like I said, the ones that I mentioned, the Steelers and the Bills are the two that I want to see people guess. Like I said, I told everybody else who they're getting. So Bills fans, yeah, I know that I feel bad that I'm going to replace Josh Allen, but if you don't want to use if you don't want to use the person I'm going to make, use Josh Allen. Um, but like I said, I'm sure that Bills fans are going to be happy with the guys I'm going to put on. Steeler fans, you're going to probably like who I'm going to put on for your team. So like I said, be on the lookout for that. But like I said, guys, I'm going to repeat myself as soon as I get done with all this. Do not mess with the equipment. Keep the equipment like it is, like I have it. I made it where it's like like a newer feeling for these players that are on the team. Now, Cleveland fans, I know that I'm going to probably hear it from you. Um, the only reason why I brought Johnny Manziel on your team, he deserves another chance. But do not start. I recommend you working with Baker Mayfield. If you don't feel comfortable having him on your team, trade him to another team. But like I said, I don't think this is going to work for our uh, online franchise. I think it's only going to probably work for offline. So, like I said, if you don't want Manziel on your team, trade him away and get a shitty draft pick. That's not my thing. That's not how I, you know, I just, it's not my place to say what you want to do with them when this gets uploaded. But like I said, I'm gonna try it out first, and I'm gonna see how most of these guys are looking during the season, and I'll probably do maybe only one season and go from there and let you guys work with it after that. So with that being said, enjoy it. Like I said, my Bills fans, fellow Bills fans, comment below and guess who you think that I'm going to create for the Bills. There's two running backs, there's one quarterback, there's one defensive end, there's one outside linebacker, and there's, I believe, three wide receivers coming to you. And yeah, I know, hopefully none of them replace Stephon Diggs. But like I said, y'all can figure it out. Give me a big thumbs up of what you think. Steeler fans, same thing. Give me a guess. Holler at me. My social media sites are always on the live stream, so hit me up on social media. I'm also on TikTok. My TikTok name is Can'tGuardJLedge25J. So hit me up. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Go Bills.